Hey everyone, it's that Math Magician, and on this video we're going to continue to look at absolute value and how it affects different types of equations. Let's go ahead and look at the example, the absolute value of x, and it equals -2. So just like the previous videos, we want to think about what number could x be so that the absolute value of it is -2. But remember, we got to think back to that idea of what absolute value is, right? The absolute value just means that how far the number is from 0. And remember, when we're thinking about that in terms of the number line, we're really just counting the distance away from 0, seeing where that number lies. Now, in every past problem, and in every past video that I've talked about, we kind of figured out that the absolute value always ends up being positive. And here we're presented with an example where I'm taking the absolute value of something and it's coming out negative. And I want you to think about that. We're trying to show that some number needs to have a value in either direction here that's of -2. But you can't really count away from 0 in terms of -2 when you're talking about absolute value. And I know a lot of us are probably going to think, oh, it must be -2, right? But as we talked about in the other videos, the absolute value of -2 is 2. And it's 2 because this distance here from 0 to -2 is 2. It's not -2. We can't have a distance here with a negative number because we're just trying to measure how far that number is from 0. So to answer this question here on the left side, where I'm trying to think of a number for x that equals -2, the answer is actually no solution. And the reason why the answer is no solution is that there is no number that has a distance of -2 from 0. Even if we go back to our number line here and we think about the distance from +2, that distance from 0 to 2 is also 2. Okay, when you're presented with a problem like this where the absolute value equals some negative number, that answer will always be no solution because there is no number that has an absolute value where that absolute value is negative. So let's look at one more example. This example is the absolute value of x is -7. Again, a light bulb should go off in your head, realizing that absolute values can never be negative. Because I see this case here where x, the absolute value of x, is a -7, we know that the answer here is no solution. Our absolute value always has to be positive. Again, it makes every number inside here, it turns it into a positive number. We would never be able to get a negative as that output. All right, guys, it's that Math Magician, and I'll see you on the next video.